The onslaught of state laws targeting transgender Americans and their families. It's simply wrong. I said last year, especially to our younger transgender Americans, I'll always have your back as your president so you can be yourself and reach your God-given potential.
The president has the back of transgender teens. That from "we will walk on the moon before the decade is out." And the obscenity I was referring to is Joe Biden's obscenely dishonest approach to all this, wildly mischaracterizing the law in Florida and beyond. You know, this has gone too far, and not just for conservatives like me, but even for the transgender community. Yeah, some of them are saying, let's put the brakes on this. This obsession is getting out of hand. Fascinating piece in the Los Angeles Times profiling Erica Anderson. She is a transgender psychologist. She's helped hundreds of teens transition, but rising numbers have her concerned. It's gone too far. Check this out. She says that she has come to believe that some children identifying as trans are falling under the influence of their peers and social media. Clinicians are failing to subject minors to rigorous mental health evaluations before recommending hormones or surgeries. I think it's gone too far, said Anderson. A fair number of kids are getting into it because it's trendy. I think in our haste to be supportive, we're missing that element. This is fascinating. What happens when the perfect storm of social isolation, exponentially increased consumption of social media, the popularity of alternative identities affects the actual development of kids? Sometimes she wonders whether she should quit working with trans youth. I have these private thoughts. This has gone too far. It's going to get worse. I don't want any part of it. Well, good for her. A lot of folks out there, non-experts like me, we knew it intuitively. Those parents know it. Those who are standing up, they know this. The mothers know this. The fathers know this. It's gone too far. Back to the experts, though. There's another one, a Johns Hopkins physician who's been watching this stuff for decades. Transgender surgery is not the solution, he said. And I think the comparison he made is fascinating. The transgendered suffer a disorder of assumption, like those who suffer from anorexia and bulimia nervosa. With anorexia and bulimia, the assumption that departs from physical reality is the belief by the dangerously thin that they are overweight. And what do you do for an overweight person? They become persuaded that seeking a drastic physical change will banish their psychosocial problems. Treatments must begin with removing the young person from the suggestive environment and offer a counter message in family therapy. He's saying that if somebody comes in who's anorexic and says they want to be thinner, with today's transgender philosophy, they'd say, okay, how thin do you want to be? You're 80 pounds. How heavy do you want to be? 68 pounds? Let's make that happen for you. No more solids. Let's put you on an IV. That kind of insanity. You have the patient, young patients, children diagnosing themselves and doctors coming in and performing radical, irreversible surgery.